Hello again. And for today, I have to apologize. I'm getting a little sick. And I'm a little concerned about the coronavirus. So it's kind of why I've been keeping somewhat of a low profile when it comes to creating content. I know I should strike the hammer at Ethan Van Piver, but I don't really care to right now. I think Preston Poulter and his channel, Pocket Jacks Comics, is doing an incredible job, especially given that he gets more attention from them than I did. However, if I find stuff, I will comment, I will make the video, and I will be sure to tag Ethan Van Piver on Twitter. So let's talk about something that actually Ethan Van Piver loves to do, along with a lot of conservative ink people like Charlie Kirk and Ben Shapiro, specifically Ben Shapiro. This is one of his big things, is to own the libs. And for me, I think owning the libs is a very fucking dead meme. Why do I think it's a dead meme, you ask? Very simple. Well, let's break it down first. Owning the libs, in my mind, does not have a good definition. The one on fucking Know Your Meme is terrible. Because for me, when I see people going, oh yeah, I'm here to just own the libs, all they're doing is just arguing with the left all day. It is the conservative end goal, which is to constantly, be flinging shit at this boogeyman known as the left and, do it forever so that you can make money off their outrage. This is why I believe that Conservative Inc. has no real solutions to the problems that they claim to hate, like communism and socialism. It's because if they really wanted to fucking do something about it, they'd stop arguing with these people and start pressuring their favorite congressmen or senators or maybe even president to fucking crack down on these little communist gangs like the Democratic Socialists of America, like the little comrades groups running around your local city. These are the kinds of things that we could be doing to stop the spread of communism and socialism. But no, we're debating it like it's some kind of rational form of thought. It is not a rational form of thought. It is, in fact, irrational. It, in fact, doesn't work. Provably. We don't need to argue these points anymore. We just need to round up these people and have them serve justice, whatever that may be for their transgressions as communists. There is no fucking need to be nice about it. There is no fucking need to be civil. These people are not civil. They deserve the law to come down on them. End of discussion. Anywho, the whole thing about owning the libs, though, with this whole, great war of ideas, it's that short-term gain and there's no long-term goal. And because of that, I believe it doesn't work. And that is why I think owning the libs is a very dead meme. You don't see a lot of people who are actually, trying to dole out solutions, really going after the libs the way Conservative Inc. loves, actually. They love to go after the libs. And this is because we need to address real world problems. We need to address shit like the opioid epidemic, mass immigration, degeneracy. Things that actually are starting to play a part in people's lives that we can't stop anymore. We can have this capitalism versus socialism debate fucking all the live long day. But is it actually providing jobs for people in your community? No, it isn't. It's just saying, oh, look at how great this vulture capitalism, this crony capitalism is doing. Look at how good the GDP did this year. The GDP is a fucking lie, okay? The GDP is a fucking lie. And, oh my God. It just angers me so much with this stupid own the libs argument. It's just what is the point other than what I said is the conservative end goal? Because much like with neoconservatism, it seems to just want to let things propagate forever and hopefully things stabilize. Have you seen what happens when a bunch of dissident right-wing people like the Proud Boys and communists like the Antifa gangs get together in a major city, it turns into chaos. It turns into civil war. Okay? This back and forth that's going on is part of an escalation game. And at some point, a communist, I really think it's going to be a communist. I don't think it's going to be one of these Proud Boy guys. I think all of them have learned their lessons with how much they realize that cities fucking hate them because they're run by paused progressives. But with all of that being said, with this escalation game, some communist is going to bring an actual like gun at some point. They're not going to bring an airsoft rifle. They're going to probably get an AK-47, which, despite being the world's greatest known killer of communists, it was the communist favorite weapon. So they're going to get something crazy like that and show up like Charlie Hunnam and The Gentleman with that fucking gang. Oh my God. You guys got to go see that movie. But anywho, the communist is going to show up with that kind of crazy ass gun, fire into the crowd, and then the crackdown begins because now we have physical proof, or we would in this hypothetical, that the libs be motherfucking crazy, okay? The libs be crazy. And, you know, for Conservative Inc. to just let things boil, like not even to a simmer, let them boil out of the pot, is essentially saying, yes, I am an accelerationist. I want the collapse because I only care about myself. And later in the week, we are going to be delving into why I think that most people have not learned their lessons from 2016. And for me, this is the Conservative Inc. argument. I don't know why I did this video first, but it really goes to show that, like, yeah, these people had no plan. They just saw Milo owning Libs in 2016, sent their little butt boy Ben Shapiro out to do literally the same fucking thing with YAF, and now we have a cottage industry of owning the Libs, and it's really fucking lame, and it's getting us nowhere, and I'm sick and tired of pretending like it's some kind of giant win for the culture war, because if all you're doing is owning the Libs, you are not fighting in the culture war. You're not creating anything new. You are just reciting arguments, reciting the talking points. You know, this is why they call Turning Point USA Talking Point USA. It's because it's all these people know to do. They're actors reading a fucking script, and I'm so sick and tired of listening to people who are dumber than me try to tell me A, how to live my life, and B, that they're smarter than me. Bull fucking shit. Maybe read a book and then I'll take you seriously. Alex Clark, fucking Rob Smith. Oh my God. Yeah, and Ashley Ray Goldenberg, who is known as Communism Kills on Twitter, recently found some information that both Alex Clark and Rob Smith were former reality stars. So I'm expecting that kind of information to keep getting circulated and bubble up over the course of all of the hype and buildup to CPAC, because CPAC's going to be big this year. If the Groyper War was any indication of there is a big problem within the umbrella tent conservative movement, then it was clearly on display during the Groyper War. I mean, you had young guys, clean cut, or trying to pretend to be schlubby, fucking go in these lines, you know, disrupt the system, ask all these kinds of uncomfortable questions, and make these people fucking squirm. And it was awesome. And if we could get more of you infiltrators at CPAC, bro, the more the better, because that way we will get, you know, just these boomers, man. Oh, yeah, so I got another anecdote. I'm sorry, I really don't want to do a bunch of those, but I was on Facebook and I saw a post from the Walk Away group led by Brandon Straka. It wasn't like from that actual group, like on their page. It was in the Facebook group for Walkaway. And it was this boomer sharing this article about how Joy Villa wore another MAGA dress to the Grammys. And all of these sycophant boomers were just prostrating themselves to the higher power that is base black female. And those are the kinds of people, unfortunately, that we need on our side, because they are the biggest voting demographic that is conservative. And if you are voting for Trump, like I might unfortunately have to declare, you need those people. You need those dingleberries. I'm not going to call them rubes. Rick Wilson's been doing that, and that nigga is digging himself into a fucking hole. And it's awesome because Rick Wilson is that lame neocon boomer who said that all anime or all what was it, like all alt-right people are just nerds living in their mother's basement masturbating to anime on the AM Joy show with Joy Reid. Oh my god, that guy can fucking be gotten rid of in the middle of the night, if you know what I mean. Yeah, he is just a special little case. That stupid bald head of his that's filled with emptiness. Anywho, I think I can start wrapping this video up. So in conclusion, owning libs is a dead meme. The conservative end goal should not be to just argue with socialists and communists ad infinitum. The end goal is to actually rout these people from polite society and make it unpalatable to be an open socialist and communist, much the way that the left makes of Nazis. You know, I don't really like Nazis. I don't like Wignats. I think they're all kind of fucking gay LARPers. But, you know, everyone does have a right to say what they want. But, you know, we do have this social stigma of being that far right, and we don't have one for being that far left. So if we're actually going to do this evenly and fairly, then the far left has to fucking go. So, to Conservative Inc., who should be bracing for a fucking hurricane of a CPAC, you better tread lightly, because the left just uses your stupid own the libs memes against you. And that means you're running out of weapons.